My name is Selina.
And my name is Ross.
And we are here to show you the art of the self-tape.
The pandemic gave us new ways of reaching each other, and it revolutionised the way actors audition and meet for jobs. It also meant that we at LAMDA could see the work of our auditionees when we couldn't be in the room together.
And it worked so well that we decided to actually keep it for first round auditions and for overseas students.
We know it can be intimidating filming yourself performing, and there are all sorts of questions that pop up when doing so. How big should my performance be? Where do I look? Do I need to buy expensive filming equipment?
And we are here to answer some of those artistic and logistical questions for you right now.
The camera on your smartphone is more than capable of capturing high-res videos of your audition speeches, and you can upload and send the files from your phone. Once you have your phone fully charged and ready to go, there's two main points we want to go over when it comes to self-taping. The first is your framing and eyelines, and the second is your lighting, acoustics, and location.
And that is pretty much it. Let's start with point number 1, framing and setting your eyelines for the camera. It is important to say it does not matter what phone you have as long as it has a camera. Framing. First point, and very important, please shoot in landscape. If you shoot in portrait, which is like this, your video will show up with tram lines down the side.
She came with another student. She was quite the most beautiful person in the room, actually.
Whereas if you shoot in landscape, like this, your video will fill up the whole screen.
She came with another student. She was quite the most beautiful person in the room, actually.
So, golden rule number 1, always film in landscape. Point number 2, which frame should I be working with? If you're in a standing position for your speech, then a medium close-up should work really well. This is defined as a couple inches in the middle of your chest to maybe a few inches above your head. This works really well if your speech is part of an intimate conversation and should feel really close.
And she said, "Are you going to ask me for a dance, or are you just going to sit there staring at me?"
If you'd like to move around more, then a good shot to go for is a mid shot. This is a couple of inches below your waist to maybe about a foot above your head. And this will allow for way more bodily expression, and if you'd like to move in a more physical way, if your speech is a little bit bigger.
I stand up. Rookie lands against the bar. Peaches lunges again, tries to sandbag. I'm fast and hard but sloppy.
Ultimately, it is all up to you. Experiment, try it out, do a couple of takes in one shot and another. But these are 2 tips that might help you decide. Golden rule number 2, keep the camera steady. You can ask a friend or a relative to film you, but be aware that handheld filming can be a bit wobbly, and a wobbly video can distract us from you and your work.
I stand up. Rookie lands against the bar. Peaches lunges again, tries to sandbag. I'm fast and hard but sloppy.
So instead, you could probably prop the phone up on a sofa or a pile of books, just to keep it steady. And that's it on framing. On to eyelines. When you're recording your audition speech, try not to look down the eye of the camera.
Is this a dagger which I see before me?
Firstly, because it will probably throw you off. And secondly, because it's a little bit weird for us as the viewer to see you staring down the eye of the camera to us.
Art there not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art there but a dagger of the mind?
I can look down the camera now because I'm imagining that I'm talking to you. But as the character, it might be helpful to have your eye line slightly to the right of where the camera is.
Why man, he doth destroy the narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonourable graves.
Be careful that you don't go too far out to the right of the camera, because then we lose your thoughts and all the work that you're doing. Make sure that it's just to the right of the camera. Golden rule number 3, avoid looking down the eye of the camera. If my phone is facing me this way, this is where my camera is, you want to look either to the right or the left, but quite close in. You don't want to look all the way over here, that looks really far away. You can ask a family member or a friend to stand to the right of the camera just to give you something to focus on. And then they can also take a picture of the position so you can double check it's how you want it to be.
Men, at some time, are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, It's not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings.
That's that on framing and eyelines. Now we're going to talk about location, acoustics, meaning your sounds, and light. So you want to pick somewhere to record where you won't be disturbed too often. Now bathrooms are a bit tricky because of all the hard surfaces, sound bounces around and it can be quite echoey. So if you want to be in a room with soft furnishings like a sofa or a bed, these can help to absorb the sound and we can get a nice clear read on your voice. In terms of lighting, try and pick a place where you can get a good source of natural light. And make sure that the light isn't behind you because then we'll only see your silhouette.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
So if you're in front of a window with a lot of sunlight, that's a great choice. Try to shoot against the background that isn't too distracting. So in front of a lot of family pictures and portraits isn't the best idea, even though your family might be beautiful. We want to see your work. We don't want to see them. So a plain white wall or grey or blue are really helpful. Now we understand it is tricky to find a plain white wall. So hanging something up on the wall, like a sheet, might be your best bet.
You're not expecting anything to come of it. I just couldn't take my eyes off her. She was just so incredibly beautiful.
It's important to remember that this self-tape is with a stage script and not a screenplay. So we're not expecting television performances with costumes and props.
This process should work equally well if you're doing a Shakespeare monologue or something more contemporary. Ross and I are both professional actors, and self-taping is something that we still find a little bit daunting. We are not expecting you to be experts at this, and all we want to do is make this as easy as possible for you.
And on that note, try not to worry too much. Do 3 takes. If you're not satisfied, take a break, come back to it.
Again, this is about seeing your performance. We are not expecting perfection. We are not expecting a finished product. All we want to see you do is enjoy what you love to do, which is act.
We look forward to seeing your tapes very soon.
Yeah!
Yeah!
So I've got a tape. Can you help me with it?
Oh, God.
Please?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thanks.